Welcome back to Double Down University. I'm back with you guys with a KBO PrizePicks video for early morning baseball. I have two picks for you guys. If you guys were watching the previous videos of baseball MLB yesterday, we went 2 for 2 with the ones that were on the board. I know Kelnick got taken off the board and Baez got DNP'd due to the air quality in Philadelphia. And Vinny cashed his under hits, runs, and RBIs, as well as Santander cashed his under hitter fantasy score. But moving on, KBO, I have two picks. And the first one is Dan Straily, under 18.5 pitch analysis. The second one is Sunbin Kim, over 1.5 hits, runs, and RBIs. So let's get into it. So what I like to do a lot of times is look at these run totals of both teams before I go and pick a prop. So basically in this Lotte game versus KT Wiz, Lotte are the favorites, but they're also, KT is favorite to score 4 runs in this game. As you can see, minus 125. Over is a higher number than minus 105. So they are basically predicted to get 4 runs. So if that's the case, then Straily should struggle with his pitch count. And that should be in our favor. As more pitches he throw, more stressful innings will go lean towards the under of him being able to be pulled. But another reason why I took this under is because he's only went over or gotten 6 1/3 innings pitched 4 out of his last 2 years that he's pitched so far this year and counting last year. As you can see here against KT, he pitched 6 1/3, but he also had to throw 106 pitches to get to that point. And then as well, last start he pitched 7 innings, but he had to throw 118 pitches to get to that point as well. And as you can see in both of those games, earned runs is lower than 3. As you can see, he has 2 earned runs last start against Kia. And then KT, they let him pitch 6 1/3 because he gave up 0 runs through those 6 1/3. And then last year he's gotten 6 1/3 twice. So as you can see, 6 1/3, same thing, 102 pitches, gave up 2 earned runs. And then here he pitched 7 innings against NC. He was really efficient in this spot, 92 pitches, and he gave up 1 earned run, 5 hits, 5 strikeouts. So I think that his under should be in play here. I just think that 18.5 is a lot, especially in KBO, to be able to get to that number due to poor defense and people giving up a lot of hits. Like I watched the game yesterday between who played yesterday? It was Kiwoom. I forget who they played, but Kiwoom had Jokic on the mound, and his defense was terrible behind him. He was pitching a really good game, but his defense was just giving up a bunch of errors where the ball would go under their glove. They would miss catches in the outfield, different things of that nature, where it can kind of lead to a more stressful inning and more pitches being thrown, where it could lead to him being pulled. So I just believe that 18.5 is a high line, and then he's only hit this number 4 out of his last, I guess you could say, year and a half due to this year, because he's only had 10 starts this year. So I like that under 18.5. Liked it better before it got bumped up to 18.5 at 17.5, but they're giving us the extra out, so why not take the under and take the extra out? If he goes 7 innings, hey, we tip our hat to him and say well deserved. But moving on to the next one, we have Sunbin Kim over 1.5 hits, runs, and RBIs. So one thing that stood out to me about him is that looking at his numbers, he is a really good hitter this year, as well as last year too as well. But this year he's just on another level. His walk percentage is 9.8, which is really good. His K percentage is 5.8, which is really good. It means that he doesn't strike out pretty much, if at all. And then his contact percentage is 93%. So out of every at bat, he's making contact 93% of the time, at least putting the ball in play. And then when he does put the ball in play, he has a balls batted in play batting average of 347. If you're a 300 hitter, you're an above average hitter. But if you're hitting balls in play at 347, that's pretty elite. He is actually trending to be more of a fly ball hitter than a ground ball hitter as opposed to last year. As you can see, his numbers is decreased as a ground ball hitter from 70% to 67%, and then his fly ball percentages went up, which is really good, from 29% to 33%. And then he's also in a great spot matchup wise against a pitcher that is pretty average to below average. As you can see, his ERA is 4. Average ERA should be like 2, 3, somewhere in that range. But he's giving up a 4.82 ERA. And then his FIP, which is basically anything that has to do with like your defense, like your outfielders, your infielders, like I just talked about. It takes them out of the equation. Just everything that has to do with the pitcher, whatever the pitcher's in control with, like walks, hit by pitch, home runs, doubles, singles, anything of that nature that doesn't have to do with fielding the ball, and basically has to revolve around what the pitcher can control. And basically, with his defense taken out of his ERA, he still has a super high ERA of FIP, I should say, of 5.33. His balls batted in play is 288, which is not good. So I really like him in this spot to be able to, and then his walk percentage is 12, so he does walk a lot of people. His walks per 9 is 5.1, so he walks 5 people per 9 innings, which is not good as well. So even if he gets on base via a walk or a hit, he should be able to, if he just needs to get knocked around and get scored. So I really like his chances. And then also his recent head-to-head history against them, SSG. He is 4 for 6 this year, and last year he is 7 for 14. Let's see, let's get that filter out of there and just do SSG. He is, like I said, he is 7 for 14 last year, so he has really good history of hitting at least 50% or better against SSG, hits, runs, and RBIs. So I really like him in his spots. And then take a look at the run total again for this matchup on the SSG side, or no, the Kia side, I should say. They are the favorite, -140 to get over 3.5 runs. So they're a favorite to score as well. So I really like this matchup as well. So those are my 2 picks for you guys. Dan Straily, under 18.5 pitching outs. Sunbin Kim, over 1.5 hits, runs, and RBIs. KBO is a little tricky. I will go light on this because anything can happen. These guys could, either do great or just, pitch terrible. Or we want Straily to pitch terrible today, but just it can go the other way. So just something to note. I appreciate you guys. Please like, comment, subscribe, and I will be back for some more MLB for tomorrow. So be on the lookout for that as well. So please like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time.